What's up, everybody? Turboman 351 here, and I've just been doing some calculating, and I got some things in the comments. How much does it cost to build Turboman's 351 Foxbody, and how much was it to put all this stuff together to basically build a pretty much not average, but a little bit above average Super Foxbody Mustang at 800 horsepower, which can be turned up to 1,000, but not stay there because I'm still on a stock block, but can be and stay there for a little while, but not long, because obviously that's not going to last long. But just to give you guys an update on how much did it cost me to build this car in the past, let's say roughly 6 years. About 6 years would be right. On a budget of about $700 a month is what I was at. What is where I figured that out. So I did a little board thing here, and I guess I'll just go over here and go over it with you guys real quick, and I'll just show you. Okay. Junkyard block, $400. That's about right. That's how much they are up here. Machine work was about $375. You know, that's just the board 30 over. Rods, scat rods. I have in this H-beam, $700 for those puppies. DSS pistons were $700. Cranks shaft, it was a scat. That was $500. The AFR heads, $3,200 for those puppies. I have a Jessel shaft mount rocker system on those AFR heads, and those puppies were $1,200. T56 Magnum, $3,800. Twin disc McLeod, $1,200. The Elderbrock elbow, $130. Oh, I forgot something too there. Let's yeah, dude, that AccuFab throttle body. That's an 85 mil, and that puppy was $300. All right, I'll just put that down there for reference. All right, so elbow $300. I'll add that down here in a minute. Injectors, Fuel Injector Clinic, $800 for those. Dual sync distributor, which I don't have in, $500. PTFE fuel lines, gotta have those. Those are very important. Those were $140. There's a little expensive than your average fuel lines. I have fuel EFI pump, Walboro, $130. New gas tank, $100. Turbo, VS Racing, $1,000 for that Barry Cook's ball bearing. Turbo kit from Pony Down Performance was $1,400. EFI sensors, I have 4 of them, dude. A total of $500, dude. There's $100 a pop. Holly EFI Terminator X ECU, $1,200. And then I went and bought an HP ECU, because that's what you really need on a turbo car. $1,800, dude. I have a Ballinger O2 gauge in my car, which is top of the line O2 sensor. For anybody out there, it runs an NTK sensor, not a Bosch. That was $330. That's a must if you're running the Terminator and you run race gas, because the race gas will eat up the Bosch sensor. So I have this guy here as a backup just in case, so I know exactly where my AFR is. And so the Foxbody car that I actually paid for was $3,800. About 8 years ago now. Tires, 13-inch brakes, and the rims, all that, $2,000. I'm a little low on that. Body kit stuff like the saline wing, and I have a 4-inch cowl hood, which is fiberglass, and I bought the solid headlights, and I also had to buy a rear bumper because the one in the back is shot. Okay. And tuning by Joe. Now, you're going to go through a bunch of tunes, guys. Let's just be honest here. My first professional tune was $1,000. Boom. Okay? Then I had another one done after that, at another place up in Baltimore, $600. And then I finally got up to Joe at Tempest Racing, Joe Simpson on YouTube, $800 for that tune, which was, my gosh, dude, that is a blessing. And so how much did all this cost here, man? You know, what was the grand total? You know, that's quite a bit. And all this was over a 6-year period. Every month at $700, I bought this, and I bought that, and I bought this, and I was able to get that. You know what I mean? And eventually, I was able to build the car. So, a grand total, I didn't add the 300, so let me do that. What's that? 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so that would be... All right, let me change this real quick. So that would just be an 8 then. All right, boom. All right, dude, grand total. Everything, the build, Turboman 351's car over a 6-year period. Now, and this might be a little low. I hope you guys aren't shocked. $28,805 to build this car. Now, I know you guys in the comments going to be like, come on, dude. I could have bought something way cheaper, blah, 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 and this and that. Well, if you want the good parts that last and that are strong for 800 to 1,000 horsepower, okay, I didn't even put labor in because I did all the work, which I honestly, I'll be serious. If I would have put in labor and I wasn't mechanically inclined, honestly, that 28 would probably be like around 35. And I'm not joking there. I mean, that's, you know, take an engine out, put it back in. I mean, literally, okay? That's probably a little low there, dude. 28,000. So we're going to round off to 30 grand for me to build this whole car. Now, the only thing this car doesn't have, which it really needs, is a paint job, okay? A paint job, and I still need to replace some of these body things because, you know, some of these, look at that, peeling there, down here in the bottom, those aren't sealed right. They're kind of like hanging. That's got to be fixed. The car definitely needs a paint job, dude. It's like crazy. All right, if you were to get up close on this, I mean, the swirls in the paint is just horrible. You know, I mean, I got some, you know, bumps and chips here in the hood from when the hood flew open when it was metal, which made me go to a fiberglass. That was horrible, dude. And so there's a lot on here that I simply still haven't done yet, you know? Oh, dude, I forgot suspension. The coilovers. I didn't add that in there. Holy cow. So we're at 28. Dude, that was $1,300 for all 4 of those coilover shocks, front and rear. Holy cow! So we're at $3,100, dude. I mean 31,000. 3,100. 31,000, dude. That's crazy, right? Could I take 31 grand and bought something nicer? Probably, sure, you know. But then you didn't do it. You didn't get the experience. You didn't learn anything on the way, which is priceless. You know what I mean? So yeah, dude. $31,000 over a 6-year period, man. But I can't complain, dude. I mean, I am absolutely happy with the car. It is fast as all get out. The T56 Magnum definitely changed this car and the way it drives. I mean, it literally just, it woke this car up unbelievably. I mean, it's insane, dude, what that transmission can do with that much power. And getting the right gear ratio up back is very important so that when you hit each gear, you're not dropping the boost down too low to where it's laggy and it's got to spool up again and you lose all that power. You kind of almost want to, the ideal transmission is a sequential. You want to go click, 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 not take your foot off the gas and just go. That's the ideal shifting for a turbo car, but obviously that's for drag racing, but you can also do that on the street. I mean, guys do it all the time. So that would be my preference, but that's why I got the Magnum. So that down the road, if I want to put a dog ring in it, I can. It's, you know, it's cheap. It's not that expensive, believe it or not, to convert the Magnum over to a dog box. It's really not expensive. It's like, I don't know, it's close to like maybe $1,300 to do that. But so there it is, guys. Man, dude, roughly $31,000, man, to build this car. I was a little shocked. Don't get me wrong. You know how much that really came out to. Because I tried to add just about anything reasonable that you absolutely have to make this thing work, you know? I mean, you got to have good fuel lines, you know? Because the E85, race gas, you know, you just can't use, gosh, if I switch over to methanol now because I got an HP ECU, I can do that. You know, there's so many things. The only thing that this is missing, honestly, is a dart block, okay? Speedmaster, let me tell you something about Speedmaster's 351 performance block that they sell, okay? And this is no joke. Now, everybody's been questioning Speedmaster products for a while. They're not too sure on them. But let me tell you this. Richard Holder, that does all those videos on Fords and LSs on the dyno, all that turbo stuff he does, he's a big carrier of Speedmaster. Like, he's been trying to prove their product through the videos that they're legit, that they're strong, and they're definitely worthy to be looked at, okay? And when I saw the Speedmaster block on John Dock's YouTube channel, you know who John Dock is, big drag racer, big money, big engine guy, builds crazy stuff over there. He's got a Speedmaster block spitting out, oh gosh, 2,200 horsepower. Okay, he's into the Ford small block stuff and the LS stuff. He's known as the LS Nasty or whatever, okay, on the John Dock YouTube channel. And he's got a Speedmaster block over there. He calls it the China block, whatever. I think some of their stuff is made in America. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. So, something to look into. That block is roughly $2,300. Okay, with the 4-inch bore, the 4125 is like 28. They have a couple versions of it. I think there's 3 different versions of that block. The 4-inch bore, the 4125, the 4123. Billet mains, 4-bolt mains all the way through. Priority main oiling. Everything you possibly want, man, is in that block. So that's something I'm going to be looking at. I'm trying to save for it as we speak. Believe it or not. So there's a little hint, okay? Does that mean I'm trying to go for crazy big power? Yeah, no. Do I want to hit 1,000 to be able to live there and enjoy it? Yes, absolutely. Who doesn't want 1,000 horsepower? You know how much fun that would be and how crazy that is on the road? I don't know. I guess once you get up there in those triple digits, man, it's hard not to turn away. But I didn't add fittings. I didn't add gaskets. I didn't add the oil pan, the oil pump. There's a lot of stuff I left out, man. Like, insanely stuff. But, oh well. You get the idea on how much this stuff can cost and how much it can skyrocket when you want the good stuff, okay? So, hey, I praise the Lord that He provided for me to have something like this, to enjoy it, to build it with my son. He's got a Foxbody over in the other shop there. It's bone stock that we haven't really quite done anything to it. It's stock. It's all stock. So, I mean, it's priceless, man. You know what I mean? To go through the journey with the car and to spend that time that's priceless with your son or another family member that's there to enjoy it with you. You know what I mean? So I definitely praise the Lord that I was able to have something like this and to enjoy it and provide money to enjoy the hobby and to provide for it. So just to give you a heads up, guys, roughly, gosh, man, $33,000, you know? And that's before stuff went up. So, all right, guys, there it is. Turboman 351, 33 grand to build his car. Nuts. All right, guys, leave a comment, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Peace.